This is part one of the myth of the Watcher Angels. The following story has been compiled from a variety of sources of Enochic literature. The base of the Watcher's tale is primarily drawn from Charles's translation of the Ethiopic Enoch, as well as the Nickelsburg VanderKam translation, which integrates the material from Qumran as well as that of Synkelus. Additional information is drawn from the Chronicles of Jerahmeel and Ginzburg's Legends of the Jews. This is not a direct translation of the Book of Enoch itself. Rather, it is a poetic retelling of the ancient tale of the Watchers. And it came to pass in those days, when the children of men had multiplied, there were born unto them beautiful sons and daughters. And the angels, children of heaven, looked down upon them, and found them fair. And they said to one another, Let us take lovers from among the children of men, and beget our own children. For we have been set over them to watch them, and how better to watch than to walk among them? So they descended to the slopes of Mount Hermon, 200 of them, where they could better watch the children of men. And Shemyaza the strong, who was their leader, said to those gathered there, I fear that you will not agree to do this deed, and I alone shall pay the penalty of a great sin. And they answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and bind ourselves by mutual imprecations, so that none of us will turn back from this plan until we have fulfilled it and seen it through to the end. Then they swore together and bound themselves with oaths. And they were in all 200 watcher angels, who descended in the days of Jared upon the slopes of Mount Hermon. And they called it Hermon because it was there that the angels swore and bound themselves with oaths. And these are the names of their chiefs: Shemyaza their leader, Arakiba second to him, Ramthael third to him, Kokobiel fourth to him, Tamiel fifth to him, Ramiel sixth to him, Daniel seventh to him, Zaquiel eighth to him, Barakwiel ninth to him, Azazel 10th to him, Armaros the 11th, Amariel the 12th, Ananel 13th, Sethiel 14th, Shamsiel 15th, Sariel 16th, Tumiel the 17th, Turiel the 18th, Eomiel the 19th, and Yehadiel the 20th, and these are their chiefs over tens. All these, and the others with them, went among the children of men. And when they went among men, the lovely maiden Naamah, sister of Tubal-Cain, greeted them with dancing and with song. And the watchers chose among the daughters of men, taking to wife all of whom they pleased. And they began to go into the tents of the women, and to couple with them as children of the earth. To their wives, and those with whom they joined, they taught forbidden knowledge, sorcery and charms, root-cutting, and the properties of plants. Azazel taught the fashioning of swords and shields, and all the tools of war. And he made known all the metals of the earth and the precious stones. And he taught how to fashion jewelry and ornaments for the women, dyes for their clothing, and pigments for their eyes. Shemyaza taught spells and root-cutting. Armaros taught sorcery for the loosing of spells and enchantments. Barakwiel taught the signs of the lightning flashes. Kokobiel taught the signs of the stars. Zaquiel taught the signs of comets and of shooting stars. Arakiba taught the signs of the earth. Shamsiel taught the signs of the sun. And Sariel taught the courses of the moon. Of the others, Kasdeia taught smitings, even the stilling of the infant in the womb. Panemue taught the bitter and the sweet, and all the secrets of wisdom. And he instructed mankind in writing, so that their works and the works of their children could be recorded for all time. And Casbiel guarded the oath of the secret name. And the women conceived to them, and bore them great giants, Gibberim and Raphaim, Anakim and Zamzumim, and the Nephilim. These giants and half-breeds were earthly like their mothers, but tall and mighty like their fathers, and they were called Nephilim because the women could not always bring them forth, and so the infant died within the womb. All these were the mighty ones of old, the heroes of renown, and each grew in accordance to their greatness. Their appetites were so fierce that the labors of men could not sustain them, so the giants began to kill men and to devour them. And they began to sin against the birds and the beasts, the creeping things and the fish, and to devour one another's flesh, and they drank the blood. Azazel led them all in war, and Shemyaza raised a mighty empire, so their sons could go forth and conquer all which they pleased. And the giants and the half-breeds spread across the earth, and everywhere men perished. Then the earth cried out against the lawlessness. Michael and Gabriel, Raphael and Uriel looked down from the sanctuary of heaven, and they saw much bloodshed. All the earth was filled with violence and death. And they said to one another, "The voices of the slain raised their cries even to the gates of heaven. And now to us, the holy ones, the souls of men make suit. Bring our judgment to the Most High, and report our destruction to the Lord of Lords." And the archangels approached the majesty of the Lord, and they said, "You are the Lord of ages, and the throne of your glory exists for every generation from old. You have created all things, and you possess authority over them. All things are made manifest before you, and there is nothing you cannot see. You know what Azazel has done. He has taught iniquity upon the earth. He has revealed the mysteries of the heavens, which the sons of earth were forbidden to learn. Likewise, you see Shemyaza, he whom you gave authority to rule over those who are with him. They have gone in to the daughters of men, and have lain with them like creatures of the earth. And they have revealed to them all manner of sorcery and hate-inducing charms. And now look, the daughters of men have borne sons to them, giants and half-breeds, and they shed the blood of men upon the earth. And the souls of the men who have died make suit. Their cries reach even to the gates of heaven. It does not cease. You know all things before they happen. You see these things, and you permit them. Yet you do not tell us what we ought to do. Then the great Holy One spoke, and he sent Uriel to Noah, son of Lamech, saying, "Go to Noah, and say to him in my name, hide yourself, and reveal to him that a flood is coming, and it will destroy everything on the earth. Teach the righteous son of Lamech what he should do to preserve himself, so that his seed may endure for all generations to come." To Raphael he said, "Go and find Azazel, and bind him hand and foot. Make an opening in the desert in that place called Dudael, and cast him into the darkness. Cause him to lie upon rough and jagged stones, and cover his face so that he may not see the light. Leave him there to suffer. On the day of great judgment he will be called forth, and he will be cast into the fire. Then go ye forth and heal the earth, which the watchers and their sons have devastated, and announce that the destruction will be healed, and all the sons of men will not perish on account of the mysteries that the watchers have taught to their sons. And tell them, Azazel is held accountable for the deeds which have desolated the earth." To Gabriel he said, "Go, Gabriel, to the bastards and the half-breeds and the sons of fornication. Destroy these sons of the watchers from among the sons of men. Send them one against the other in a war of devastation. Length of days they shall not have. And to their fathers, the watchers, let it be known that no petition will be heard on their behalf. They hope for these children to have a place in heaven, but that place is forbidden to them, for the spirits of heaven alone may seek heaven as their dwelling place. As for spirits born on earth, the earth alone shall receive them. Then the Lord of Ages addressed Michael, and he said, Go, Michael, and bind Shamyaza and all the others with him who have mated with the daughters of men. Suspend them between the heavens and the earth, for through their actions they belong to neither. And bind them with their faces turned toward the earth, so they may forever look upon the source of their temptation. As for heaven, they may never again turn their vision upon it. Such was their oath, and such their punishment must be. And as their sons go forth and destroy one another, do not allow them to look away, but force them to look upon the destruction which through their actions they have brought upon the earth. Then, after 70 generations in the valleys of the earth, they will be led forth to the torment of the fiery abyss, and bound in a prison where they will be forever confined. And henceforth anyone judged and condemned will be bound together with them until their judgment is consummated. When this is done, go forth and cleanse all their works from the face of the earth. Let every wicked deed come to an end. Plant the seed of righteousness, so I may open the store chambers of blessings which are in heaven, and send truth and peace to the works and labors of mankind.